So in this section, we will finally learn, I know you've been waiting for it, strings in Java. First, we'll learn string class in detail, and then we'll learn how to create a string object. Then we'll go over a bunch of useful methods for the string class. And then we're going to cover why string is immutable. And then we're going to introduce StringBuffer as a class, and we'll learn how to create a StringBuffer object. And then we will introduce the StringBuilder class, and we're going to learn how to create a StringBuilder object. So here's what you've been waiting for. Let's get to it. What is string? So a Java string is a series of characters, like the word hello or the phrase Java is funny. Okay, a string is created between double quotes. So in our example, it shows a string object in memory. It consists of individual characters, hello. The chars in a string are identified by index numbers. So in hello, the leftmost character, H, is at index 0. The next character, E, is at index 1, and so on and so forth. Good. So we will do a whole lot of examples related to the string index by using some string methods. Creating string objects. Now, there are two ways to create a string object. First one is string literal. The string literal is probably the easiest and certainly the most recommended way to create strings in Java. So in this way, we simply assign the characters in double quotes to a variable of the string class. And then each time when you create a string literal, the Java virtual machine first checks the string pool in the heap memory. If you've been paying attention, you know exactly what I'm saying. But if the string already exists in the pool, a reference to the pooled instance is returned. So if the string doesn't exist in the pool, a new string instance is created and then placed in the pool. So string literal provides memory efficiency, because if the object already exists in the string pool, then no new objects have to be created. So now let's try to understand how objects are created by using string literals and string object by looking at our examples in this here slide. So the first line, string str1 equals hello. And here, a string object is created only in the string pool, as you see in the diagram. And str1 is the object that refers to it. On the second line, string str2 equals hello. And here, a new string object in the string pool will not be created because the string pool already contains the same object with the string hello. So the str1 object refers the same string method in the string pool. Now, on the third line, string str3 equals example. So here, a new string object with the string example is created in the string pool because the string pool doesn't already contain the object with the string example. Cool. Now, another way to create a string object is the string object. We create a string object by using the new keyword. So it creates two objects and one reference variable. So this variable refers to the object in the heap. And as you can see in this diagram in the last line, the new string object with the string Java is created in heap. Also, the same string object is created in the string pool. because, of course, the string pool doesn't contain the object with the string Java. However, str4 refers to only the string object in heap, not the string pool. Follow? Well, let's do up some examples with strings. First off, let's create a new Java project and specify the project name as string. Now, don't change any of the other options and just click on the Next button. And in this section, just uncheck Create moduleinfo.java file, and then click on the Finish button. So in this project, just right-click on the source folder and select New Class. And specify the package name as string and the class name as string example. And then select the checkbox to add a main method. And now let's create two string objects by using the Java string literal. The first one will declare variable s and assign it a value of Java programming. The second one will declare variable s1 and assign it a value of Java programming again. Now let's create two string objects by using the new keyword. Now we create string objects SOBJ and SOBJ1 by using the new keyword with the string Java programming. So now we print these objects by using the print methods. In the first print method, we will print object s. In the second print method, we will print object s1. In the third print method, we will print the object SOBJ. And in the third print method, we will print object SOBJ1. Okay, so let's run the code. So here you see the same result, Java programming is the value in the console. But I know you want to take a deeper look, so let's compare these string objects by using the equality operator, as well as the equals method. Now, while the equality operator matches the references of objects, the equals method matches values or the contents of objects. So both the equality operator and the equals method return Boolean values that are true or false. The equals method returns true if two string objects contain the same content or values. The equality operator returns true if two references refer to the same object. So in the first print method, we will print the result of s equals to s1 by using the equality operator. And then we will print the result of the expression s equals to SOBJ by using the equality operator. Then we'll print that result of the expression s equals s1 by using the equals method. And then we will print the result of the expression s equals SOBJ by using the equals method. And then we will print the result of the expression SOBJ equals SOBJ1 by using the equality operator. let's do another one. Then we'll print the result of the expression SOBJ equals SOBJ1 by using the equals operator. So let's see. Yes. Okay, good. So let's run the code. And you see the results right here in the console. S equals S1 is true because both S and S1 refer to the same object. S equals SOBJ is false because S and SOBJ refer to different objects. S equals S1 is true because S and S1 have the same contents. S equals SOBJ is also true because S and SOBJ have the same contents. SOBJ equals SOBJ1 is false because SOBJ and SOBJ1 refer to different objects. SOBJ equals SOBJ1 is true because SOBJ and SOBJ1 have the same contents. Useful methods of string class. So the string class provides many useful methods to perform string operations. Just have a look at this table. charAt method that returns a char value for the particular index. It takes an index parameter with the int type. The length method returns the length of a string. It actually has no parameter. The substring method comes with 2 signatures. If we pass only the beginning index, it returns a substring from the begin index to the end of the string. If we pass the begin index and the end index to the method, then it returns a substring given the starting index and the length of the result. The equals method compares the string with the specified string and then returns true if the 2 string objects contain the same contents. Otherwise, it's false. The isEmpty method returns true if the given string has 0 length. If the length of the string is non-zero, then it returns false. The concat method concatenates the specified string, str, at the end of the string. The toLowerCase method returns a string in the lowercase. The toUpperCase method returns a string in the uppercase. So why don't we do up some examples with the most useful string methods? In the string project, just right-click on the string package and then select New Class. Specify the class name as String Methods, and then select the checkbox for the main method. Now, in this exercise, we will practice with string methods to understand a little bit deeper, a little bit clearer. So we'll start to declare 2 string variables and a string array. So the first one, we declare variable S1 and assign it a particular value, Java programming language. And the second one is we declare the variable S2 and assign it a value of hello. Now we declare a string array that's named S3, which actually has no initial value. So now in the first print method, we print the value of string 1, S1. And then we use the charAt method to find the first character of string S1. So the 0 index gives us the first character of string. Then we can use the length method to find the length of string S1. And then we'll use the substring method to get the first 5 characters. Then we use the equals method to compare the objects S1 and S2. Then we'll use the isEmpty method for checking string S1, see whether it's empty or not. Then we use the concat method to concatenate the strings S1 and S2. Then we use the toUpperCase method to get the string S1 into uppercase letters. And then we use the toLowerCase method to get the string S1 into lowercase letters. Then we can use the split method to split the string S1 based on space. In the split operation, we assign the result of the split method to the string array S3. Now we can use the for each loop to print all the characters of a string. And then finally, we can use the replace method to replace part of the string with some other string. In the replace example, let's say we want to replace the letter V in lowercase to the letter V in uppercase. Cool. Now in the print method, we can use the backslash character and the letter N. So it's used to insert a new line into the text at this particular point. All righty then. So let's run the code. And you see the following results right here in the console. The value of the string is Java programming language. The length of the string is 25. It means that a total number of characters of the string S1 is 25. Substring is programming language because the first 5 characters of the string are cut by the substring method. And is equals is false because S1 and the S2 objects have different contents. Is empty is false because string S1 has no content. Concat is Java programming language hello. We concat string S1 and S2 objects. Uppercase is Java programming language in all uppercase letters. And the lowercase is Java programming language in lowercase letters. Now look at this. After the split method, Java programming language is displayed without a space. And the last one, after the replace method, remember we changed the letter V in uppercase in the first word, Java. So yeah, in this lecture we did some examples to understand differences with string methods. The string class also has lots of methods, and I would really recommend that you should do some more exercises with them. Get to know them. They'll be your best friend. Immutable string in Java. So in Java, string objects are immutable. Immutable just means that you cannot change the object itself, but you can change the reference to the object. Once a string object is created, its data or its state can't be changed, but a new string object is created. So let's try to understand the immutability concept by the example here in this slide. So we declare a string object S with Java as its value. This new string instance is created and it's placed in the string pool. So what if we use concat as our method to append the string with the program value at the end? Also, new object is created and placed in the pool. And as you see here in the figure, two objects are created, but reference variable S still refers to Java, not Java program. Because, say it with me, strings are immutable objects. So we'll introduce with StringBuffer and the StringBuilder classes, which are also immutable, in the upcoming slides. StringBuffer class. Java's StringBuffer class is used to create mutable or modifiable strings. So at any point in time, it'll contain some particular sequence of characters, but the length and the content of the sequence can be changed through certain method calls. So it's the same as the string class, except it's mutable. So the value of the StringBuffer object can be changed. It also means that it can be assigned to the new value. In our example, we define StringBuffer as an object with the Java value, and this object is stored in heap memory, and its value can be changed. And we can use the append method of the StringBuffer class. And what that does is it appends the value program to the end. And then it modifies the value Java program, which is allowed in the StringBuffer. So why don't I show you some examples with the StringBuffer. So in the string project, right-click on the source folder and select New Class. Specify the package name as StringBuffer and the class name as StringBuffer Example, and then select the checkbox for Main Method. So in this exercise, we will practice with the StringBuffer methods to understand more clearly. So why don't we just create a StringBuffer object and name it Buffer with its value as welcome to. And then we use the append method to append the value Java. So the append method always adds these characters at the end of the buffer. Now, StringBuffer objects are mutable, as we were talking about before. That means they're changeable. So, after the append operation, the object buffer points out, "Welcome to Java." So why don't we go ahead and learn some other useful methods of the StringBuffer by using them in the print method. So in the first print method, we'll print the value of the object buffer. Then we use the length method to find the length of the object buffer. The length method is the same as the string length method. Then we can use the insert method to insert the value world into a string of this string buffer by adding the length method. The insert method adds the characters at a specified point. So we used the length method of the buffer as a specified point. So the value world will be added to the end of the buffer. Make sense? Then we use the reverse method to reverse the value of the StringBuffer object. The string class in Java does not have a reverse method. However, the StringBuffer and StringBuilder class have built-in reverse methods. So then, we can use the reverse method again to get the original string. Then finally, we can use the delete method to remove the first 11 characters in a substring of this string buffer. All right, I think we're pretty well set, so let's run the code. And you can see the results in the console. The new value of the buffer object is welcome to Java. The length of the buffer object is 15. Then after the insert method, the new value of the buffer object is welcome to Java world. And then after the reverse method, for the last value of the buffer object, the reversed string is displayed. So we used the reverse method again to get the original string. The original value of the buffer object is displayed. And then after the delete method, the first 11 characters are removed from the original value of string, and the last value, Java world, is displayed. So yeah, in this lecture, we did some pretty fun examples to understand the StringBuffer methods. And the StringBuffer class also has a whole bunch of methods. So I would advise you that you should do as many exercises as you can muster with all of them. It does get fun. StringBuilder class. So StringBuilder is kind of the same as the StringBuffer. It stores the object in heap, and it also can be modified. The StringBuilder has the same methods as the StringBuffer, but each method in the StringBuffer is synchronized. That is, the StringBuffer is thread-safe. So the main difference between the StringBuffer and the StringBuilder is performance. The StringBuilder is faster than the StringBuffer because the StringBuffer is synchronized. So in our example, we create strBuilder as an object with Java as its value. And this object is stored in heap memory, and its value can be changed. And we use the append method of the StringBuilder class, and then this method appends the value program at the end, and it modifies the value Java program, which is allowed in the StringBuilder. So why don't we do up some examples with StringBuilder? So in the string project, just right-click on the source folder and select New Class. Specify the package name as StringBuilder and the class name as StringBuilder Example. And then select the checkbox for main method. Now in this exercise, we will practice with StringBuilder methods in order to understand them in depth and in better clarity. So we will not write these methods again. What we'll do is we'll use the StringBuffer methods because they have the same methods, right? So let's copy the code from the StringBuffer example class and paste it to the StringBuilder example class. Now let's change the StringBuffer with StringBuilder in object instantiation and comment on the code part. Eclipse has a quick shortcut for us to change the names of variables at the same time. So if we hit Control and 1 from the keyboard on the buffer word, Eclipse gives us suggestions for fixing problems. So we'll choose the rename in file option and change the object name buffer with builder. So you can see this way is just perfect for changing names of fields. And what do you see in the code? All the methods of the StringBuffer class can also be used in the StringBuilder class without any other change. Okay? So let's run the code. And there's your proof. The same results are in the console. So let's have a look at the differences between string, StringBuffer, and StringBuilder. The string object is stored in the string pool, but StringBuffer and StringBuilder objects are stored in heap. The string object is immutable in Java, but the StringBuffer and StringBuilder are mutable objects. The performance of string and StringBuilder is fast, but StringBuffer is slow. Because, do you remember? StringBuffer is a synchronized class. The StringBuilder and StringBuffer are almost the same. The main difference is that the StringBuffer is synchronized and the StringBuilder is not synchronized. So that means that the StringBuilder is faster than StringBuffer, but the performance difference is negligible for small programs. Their functionality is the same. So if your program is used by multiple threads, then it's probably best to use StringBuffer. If your program is used by a single thread, then by all means, go ahead and use StringBuilder. So when you learn the thread subject of Java next time, I certainly hope that you'll understand it better. But it's an advanced topic for what we're covering now. So congratulations, you have made it to our fourth project that we're doing together. So in this project, we will write a Java program that finds the reverse of a given string. So in the string project, right-click on the string package and select New Class. Specify the class name as reverse string, and then select the checkbox for the main method. And of course, we will use the scanner class so that we can get input from the user in Java. Now first, of course, we need to import the scanner class. So we choose Import Scanner Class in the java.util package to import the scanner class. And we get a message to enter the string by using the print method. So we declare a variable string with string type and assign the next line method of the scanner class to this string. Now the next line method is used to read the whole line. And we declare a variable length with the int type and assign the length of the string by using the length method. So let's declare another variable, reversed string with the string type, and its initial value is empty. Now we start to write a for loop. Now in for loop, we declare a variable I, and we assign length 1 as the expression to this new variable I. The loop condition is I is greater than or equal to 0, and I is decremented by 1. We use the charAt method to extract characters from the given string and then concatenate them in reverse order to reverse the string. So in the print method, we will display the resulting value of the reversed string. And we can close the scanner object. Okay, are you ready? Let's run the code. So let's enter the string Java is easy. So yeah, our string is reversed and displayed. What do you think? So in this program, we read a string from the user. Then in for loop, we obtain the characters of the original string from the end by using charAt as the method of the string. And then we concatenate them into a new string by using the plus operator. And then finally, we print the reversed string.